Welcome everyone, I'm PoloMint Peeper and today we're dusting off our copy of Champman 2001-2002. I've made previous videos of this game but they were so long ago and were some of the first videos I ever put on YouTube, i.e. poorly thought out and edited, so instead of continuing my Dumbarton save I thought I would start afresh with a new save. Once again, this is a fully patched 3.9.68 version of the game with original database. The only modification that you'll notice is the attribute colours are slightly different. Felt as if this was obviously easier for people watching as well as myself to kind of catch good wee hidden gems of a player. I am not Dumbarton this save. This save I am East Stirlingshire, who are dead last in the 3rd Division at this time, called the 3rd Division in Scotland. And the reason I went East Stirling is because round about this time they were just about to become the worst football team in Britain, and a lot of people say no, worst football team in the world. I don't think they were quite that bad, but yeah, they finished dead bottom for 5 consecutive seasons in the Scottish 3rd Division, and this was before obviously the ruling that if you finish bottom 2 seasons in a row you go into a playoff against another team that could possibly take your place. So yeah, that's why we went East Stirling, because I am going to try and get them into the top flight of Scottish football leagues, and maybe even try and win the Scottish Premier Division. But that's many a season off. Now that we've had the briefest of brief looks at our really poor team, yeah, not a looker among them, let's go on to training. The training schedules I have preloaded here aren't anything special. I'll show you them obviously for each general position I've got it. So it's defender, defensive mid, attacking mid, and forward. I don't have one for the goalkeeper. I don't really bother with that. There's nothing really special about these schedules at all. To explain it, it's like defender is just anybody that plays in defence, so that's your whole back four. Defensive mid, that's anyone really that has a midfield rating as well as a defensive rating, so obviously DMC, but defender / midfielder. And attacking mid, that's just anyone that doesn't have a defensive rating, so it's like mid centre, attack mid centre, mid right, mid left. I would just put them here. I don't have anything really too intense with these schedules. The lower league teams, they can't seem to cope well with it. The players just don't seem to recover very well between games if you have intensive training. Another thing that I remember doing when I was younger was creating a new schedule, and I would put it as youth, and basically any player that's like 19, 20 and under and nowhere near my first team, I would put on, it's like a maxed training schedule, so everything's set to intensive bar goalkeeping, and no matter what their position was, I would just throw them in there. I remember reading way back then, apparently this is the best way to maximise the output for your youth players. So they spend a season or two doing that and they now look great. But I find it causes a lot of injuries, so yeah, there's like pros and cons definitely to that. On to tactics, and as everyone should know, this is where the real magic happens. Formations that really exploit the middle of the park are usually the ones I use, but I'm actually going to use a 4-4-2, surprisingly enough. This was from a tactics pack which you can download from champman0102.co.uk, a great website that has mods, forums, transfer updates, everything you can possibly wish for Championship Manager 2001-2002, and this is where I got this tactic from. So as you can see, 4-4-2, yeah, just a flat 4-4-2, nothing special by the looks of things. If we go to with ball and without ball, I can see, yeah, again, nothing too extreme. But I've tried this tactic before and it works really well, surprisingly well. And it's one of the very few tactics that isn't silly looking, just like, not like a 4-2-2-2, no, just basically a tactic that has everyone in the centre of the park. So this one's actually kind of easy to fill out because you should have at least one left mid, at least one right mid. So I don't have to go getting rid of all my wingers and signing a buttload of central midfielders and strikers. So excellent. Let's have a look at the general info tab, just to confirm indeed that we are a very, very poor and small club. We'll be needing an assistant manager and at least 2 more coaches, and possibly another scout, so let's actually have a look for them. I find it's easier to sift through all the recommended coaches just to click on the view tab here and attributes. That way you can sort it in descending order from highest coaching ability to lowest. The reason I'm only going to pick up another 2 coaches to make the total amount 3 is because I once again read somewhere at some point that having more than 3 coaches, there's not much point to it. Don't know if it's true, but I've generally always played like that, especially for lower league teams. If I had a lot of money, I would just get 5. But for the lower league teams, trying to save a wee bit on wages, so we'll just stick to 3 coaches, and that surely should be enough. Our scouts will actually be the most important staff members we'll have, especially this first season or 2, because all they're going to do is search for youth players, and we're going to sign pretty much anyone they recommend, and then we're going to try and sell them within the first week of signing them. I'll go into more detail about this in the next video. And that actually is Tony Adams as a scout, and he's not too bad. Just need to make sure there's no any pubs nearby where he's scouting, right enough. And we'll quickly make some friendlies. Friendlies are a weird one for me in this game. I never used to really even bother with friendlies because match conditioning doesn't seem to play a big factor in this game, or at least I've never really noticed. We'll set up some friendlies, just the 3 friendlies. Bucky Rovers, because awesome name. And our final friendly opponent shall be the Glencairn. I had a meal there the other night actually, if anyone near and in around Dumbarton should know that place. Almost forgot to show you the finances. There you are, just a quick look. Yes, we are indeed paupers. And that just about brings us to the end of the video. It's a rather short video this one, but I just wanted to show you my general setup on day 1. I won't be really looking to sign too many players at first anyway, not until I can get a decent amount of money into the club. Even with the really poor band of players that I do have, the tactics should be decent enough so as I'm near the top of the league at the very least anyway till about Christmas. By then we should have an okay amount of finances behind us, and we'll probably look to start signing players. I'll be putting in wee loan offers right enough here and there, but it'll be cheeky loan offers, 0 wage up front pretty much, so I don't expect to sign too many players. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a wee like, feel free to comment in the comment below, and if you want to see more from me on Championship Manager, let me know, and also a wee subscribe would be lovely. Thanks very much. Bye!